Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. We have here at the Makerspace by the Sea a number of quack devices which you may or may not have heard of. And this is one of my YouTube viewers, Sean. Hi, Sean, who has brought some of his devices for us to take a look at. Odds and ends, and is going to purchase my cold stit device from the 20s, which he saw on my channel. And this is really cool. So before we get to my device, I'd like to see your devices and what they do. So what do you have here? What have you brought for us to see?
Well, this sort of a strange fascination. I think there seems to be more individuals around all over the place that have been finding more of an interest into all the weird whatnots of medical, surgery, dental, from century.
Well, it's fascinating, right?
It's just so bizarre, and it's a funny thing. It's like the medical institutions and big pharma that we're familiar with, starting roughly around the late 40s, early 50s. It seems like they went after, like, they kind of collaborated with forming the FDA back then to just totally attack companies like this all over the place, because there was thousands of companies making all kinds of weird stuff in the teens, well, 1880s all the way up until about the mid 40s. But they basically just shut them all down from any kind of if they're over exaggerating about the possibilities that they can heal everything, right?
Well, they were trying to rein them in a little, I guess.
Well, they ran them in, but then they took over, and they're still, to this day, a lot of stuff in the medical field still in one way or another uses technology like this.
Oh, well, let's see what this technology is. So let's see the first one. So we have to do a little social distancing here.
Yeah.
And then what I'd like you to do is open it up, share it with me, and then I'll come in and take a look. Oh my gosh, it's got such a cute little box. 2 keys?
Nah, I just put the key inside of that box because
so it doesn't get lost. Oh, cool.
this particular one is probably the oldest. I think it's the oldest one I have. And
Do you know what year?
the patent is 1854.
Wow.
So sometime probably around right in the Civil War era. And there's quite a few of these that pop up on eBay off and on, but you know, finding them in good shape that actually still functions
It's hard.
all actually intact, quite as often. They usually get pretty beat up.
I am so fascinated. I'm like, I can't imagine what it does.
And there's been like this strange obsession by humans with things to do, anything to do with electricity for a long, long time. You know, there's been a fascination with just about every culture in existence for thousands of years when it comes to lightning and trying to some way harnessing lightning, which is still yet to be a thing.
Sure.
But being able to somehow get some kind of medical benefit out of it. And there seemed like there's...
Or charge a large supply of batteries, all with one jolt.
Like around the time that we were starting to we had some really intelligent individuals starting in like the 1700s, getting into the 1800s. Faraday being one of them, and Volta and so forth. With all the different experiments, you know, they were starting to learn more about how to harness electricity in some way or shape or form. And some of the first ones that were used in a practical sense of medical.
Oh, so cute, little
You
crank.
buy these things here, and it's basically like a generator, a dynamo.
Uh-huh.
So you'd crank this right here, which spins these coils around this horseshoe magnet, and you can adjust the intensity of this.
Oh, wow.
And send an electric charge through the 2 handles. And have you ever heard of one of those TENS units where you got the little stickers that go on your skin for like muscle tension?
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Antique one of those.
Oh, so these would be placed at different points in the body.
You can hold it like against your hand. The patient can hold both of them for just passing through, or against the leg or the knee, and they get a little tingling sensation. Just like an antique.
I love it.
And sometime later on, probably closer to about the 1880s, 1890s.
Wait. Can you step back and I'll come in and take a look at this guy? Because I wanna do one at a time so I can separate them into separate videos.
Gotcha.
Okay, so this is Davis and Kidder's patent Magneto-Electric machine for nervous diseases, endorsed and used by the leading physicians throughout the United States and Europe. Directions: connect 2 metallic cords or wires with the socket in the ends of the box, and apply the handles connected with the other ends of the metallic cords or wires to any part of the person through which it is desirable to pass the current of electricity. Then turn the crank, regulating the strength of the current by the speed and by the knob at the end of the box. It being desirable to increase the strength only to that degree most agreeable to the patient. It is less unpleasant to the patient if wet sponges, this is kind of scary, are placed over the ends of the handles and these applied to the skin, as they prevent the prickling sensation. The sponges should never be put inside of the box while wet, as they rust the machinery. In applying it for the toothache, tic douloureux, or neuralgia, the operator takes one handle and places his fingers or sponge over the part affected while the patient holds the other handle. In applying it to the foot, place one of the handles in the water with the foot and hold the other in the hand, or apply it to any other part of the person. The bearings and spring must be oiled occasionally. W.H. Burnap, manufacturer and sole proprietor, New York, USA. Davis and Kidder's patent Magneto-Electric machine for nervous diseases. Fabulous. Okay, some photos now. Okay, so I'm gonna try making it turn so I can get a little close-up.
A little stiff at first, but once you get it moving.
Yeah, there you go.
And if you were to hold both those at the same time, it definitely zapped you.
I don't wanna.
Sends a pretty good pulse signal of
Nice.
This is the magnetic field being broken repeatedly.
Cool.
And induced into the coils, and it sends it through the wires.
Nice.
There's a lot of different variations of those that were made around that time, and I've seen one recently online that was possibly 15, 20 years older than this, design-wise, where more or less the mechanical gearing was, the horseshoe magnet was horizontal, and then the gearing would be vertical, right over, right through the horseshoe.
Just different variations.
And it just didn't have a box. It was all fancy and elaborate and more
bigger, probably.
Yeah, a little larger and
Okay.
elaborate and ornate.
All right, so let's go to the next one.